I have proof of my wife's betrayal, but it's in a different language. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. I don't want to type out a book, so I'll give you guys the gist of it. My wife and I are coming up on our 7th year anniversary this coming October. The last few months I feel like my wife has been oddly distant. Other things I noticed was that she started to always turn off her phone whenever I came into the room. Long story short, lots of odd things happening led me to the point of browsing through her phone last week while she was in the shower. I found this long chat log with this guy in Italy, but it's all in Portuguese. It seems he's Brazilian but living in Italy. My wife is Portuguese, I'm American and don't understand or speak the language. So after a week of getting her phone while she's in the shower and putting chat dialogues through Google Translate, I can kind of say that she's been flirting with this guy. But some of the Google Translate stuff is really rough around the edges and kind of questions the accuracy. However, just this morning while she was off doing some stuff upstairs, she left her phone on the table downstairs. I looked through her phone again and in her pictures gallery I found some new pictures and this video that was just taken yesterday. Some topless photos of her and also this 15 seconds video where she's also topless and where she says some stuff in Portuguese and then proceeds to bring her breast up to her mouth and lick her nipples. I was kind of on the fence about the chats I read because I question the accuracy sometimes of Google Translate. But the pictures and video I just found kinda clears things up, if you know what I mean. I don't speak Portuguese, so her sending me that explicit video of her talking in Portuguese doesn't make sense, so she couldn't really use that excuse that video was for me. Anyways. I feel I kind of have proof but not solid proof. I don't know. I really don't know if I should confront her yet or what. No clue what to do at the moment. Update, my wife had 2 chat/video apps on her phone that she was using. WhatsApp and another one called Cow. The chats I read on WhatsApp were very flirtatious but nothing outright scandalous, i.e. I want to suck your dick and swallow all your cum. They were more along the lines of I was thinking of you while I was falling asleep or you're always on my mind or kisses through the phone, at least that's how Google Translate wrote it. Then about nearly a month ago all messaging on WhatsApp stopped and the last few chat lines were my wife telling this guy about Cow, which is another chat/video app, but the catch here is that this one can be password protected unlike WhatsApp. So since the chats ended on WhatsApp and I can only assume moved to Cow, I haven't seen the chats on that program. However, I can only assume that they were much more sexual because of the pics and video that I saw on my wife's phone. Anyways, after confronting her about what I read on WhatsApp and the explicit photos and video I saw on her phone, I asked her for the Cow password so I could look in there. She ended up deleting Cow from her phone and saying it's just more of what you read on WhatsApp and nothing more. She also just claims that she never sent those pics and videos to anyone and it was more of just for her to see if she was losing weight. Obviously I don't believe her when she says that the chats on Cow were just light flirting stuff like what was on her WhatsApp and that she didn't send out those pics and videos. This morning she still won't admit to it even after arguing for hours. Anyways, I have some backed up vacation time and might take a few days off to see some buddies back east. I can't be in the same house as her right now. Here is the second story. I don't want to be paranoid, but the number of times she did it makes me. Pre-marriage, my 24M, now wife, 24F, cheated on me twice before we got married. Once was with her girl BFF while they were both drunk. She confessed the next day. She also had a 2-month affair with another man she worked with, sex, L-word, hugs, kisses, etc. She hid it from me and what transpired between them for 6 months and I was tipped off by a random person and the girl she drunkenly slept with. She was pregnant when I found out the full story and we worked through it and got married 7 months after our daughter was born. Since then, as you can imagine, I've had trust issues at times. It didn't help when she confessed she was bisexual and wasn't sexually satisfied with only sleeping with me. It didn't bother me at the time as we had been trying to have a threesome for years. We eventually decided to try opening up our relationship to both of us having side pieces. Both of us had partners and that lasted for 8 months. We've been fighting for about 13 months now. We opened up our marriage in January and ended that in August. But we still fight constantly. She became part of a friend group with old coworkers from her last job this past spring. All girls to my knowledge. One of them kissed her though. Her girl nights started out as a once-in-a-while thing, but now she goes 1 to 2 times a week. And she is out from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. consistently. If I object or put time restrictions on her because I want to spend time with her, she throws a fit, and a fight ensues. If I ever try to text or call her while she is out with friends, I don't get responses for hours or sometimes until she comes home. She always says all they do is talk and watch movies. One of the previous coworkers has become her BFF who she talks to all the time. She even went to her BFF's sister's wedding in New Hampshire for a whole weekend. We live in Arizona. I objected at first, but she threatened to go anyway. I've never seen any pics or videos of her friends, including her BFF, or messages from them. I'm not on social media, but my wife doesn't share anything with me. I don't completely trust her, but I also don't want to be paranoid. What should I do? Here are some of the best comments from our community. You didn't take the paternity test after finding out? Wow. This whole relationship has been a shit show from day one. You should have never married her. You're too young for this. Talk to a lawyer and DNA test your daughter. She cheated on you twice and you stayed and married her. Conversation over. You knew who she was before you married her. Then you opened your relationship and was mad that she continued cheating. This is 100% your own fault for having zero boundaries and being afraid to leave. Of course she has zero respect for you, you don't respect yourself enough to leave from the beginning. Here is the third story. She's actively denying her affairs and plays it off as my fault. I'm 32 and my wife is 35. We have 2 kids together, a 5-year-old and 2-year-old. The past few months I've noticed she's been distant and spending a lot more time with one of her single friends. She goes away for a night or two and I'm left watching our kids. I'm ashamed to admit that I looked through her phone. I saw an email sent to a t-shirt business on the cover of a honeymoon suite album which features a French maid making a heart-shaped bed with spikes. I had no idea what this meant but thought maybe it was some Valentine's present for me. Then I also saw she's super BFFs with one of her clients on Snapchat, which means they've been each other's number one contact for at least 2 months, and she has a for your eyes only tab set to a password. I broke down and asked her if she was talking to someone else, claiming I saw the Snapchat notification on her phone. She said they were just friends. But this led to her telling me that she's going through some stuff and evaluating everything, including our relationship. I was so hurt and upset, but we agreed to enjoy the weekend as we already had plans to go away. We did enjoy the day and night, but after some drinks I asked her again if she was lying about the Snapchat contact. I'm ashamed that I lost my cool and told her I wanted to see her Snapchat, which she agreed to, but then wouldn't show me the stuff on for your eyes only. I freaked out and told her she was lying. I then admitted to going through her phone. She was obviously very upset with me and called me disgusting. She then told me that she's not sure if she loves me and is only staying for the kids. I'm crushed. I feel like my whole world is falling apart. I'm not perfect, but I've thought I've mostly been a good husband and I do so much for our kids. She agreed that we need to talk to someone, but I'm worried it's too late, especially after my blow up tonight. How can I just live my life knowing this and waiting around for her to leave? And not trusting her about her guy friend? I can't sleep, have no appetite and feel sick to my stomach all the time. Please someone help. Give me some advice. Here are some of the best comments from our community. Hey there, sorry to hear about your problems. First off, go talk to a lawyer. Second, start stashing cash if you haven't already. Third, give your kids a big hug and tell them you love them. If possible, try to compartmentalize this situation so it doesn't affect your other aspects of life. And fourth, talk to a trusted individual. I hope this helps. Married 25 years here and can say if my wife had a for your eyes only locked under password and wouldn't let me see it, especially with how she's been acting, I wouldn't want to be with her anymore because it really only means one thing, especially with all her other red flags. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.